Shadows of power, the Medici dynasty. Florence, a name that whispers of art, beauty, and the Renaissance. But beneath the surface, darkness lingers. The Medici family, once masters of this city, cast long shadows. Their story is a tapestry woven with threads of power, ambition, and blood. They rose from humble beginnings to become bankers, to popes. Their wealth bought influence, their influence bought power. Generations of Medicis ruled Florence, shaping its destiny, but their ascent to greatness was paved with the bodies of their enemies. Florence, cradle of the Renaissance and ancient secrets. Florence in its prime. Imagine bustling streets, vibrant markets, the scent of fresh bread and spices. Artists like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci walked these cobblestones. Their genius, nurtured by Medici patronage, changed the world. But beneath the beauty lies a deeper, older history. Ancient Etruscan tombs rest beneath the city, whispering of forgotten rituals and sacrifices. Some say the Medici tapped into this ancient power, embracing dark arts to secure their position. The magnificent Lorenzo and his brother's blood. Lorenzo the Magnificent, a patron of the arts, a poet, a politician, he embodied the Renaissance ideal, but his hands, though graceful, were stained with blood. The Pazzi conspiracy, a brutal attempt to overthrow the Medici, left Lorenzo's beloved brother Giuliano dead at the altar. Lorenzo, consumed by grief and rage, unleashed a terrible vengeance. The conspirators were hunted down, tortured, and executed. Even their bodies were denied peace, displayed as warnings to any who dared defy the Medici. Was Lorenzo's brilliance touched by darkness? Was his success built on a foundation of blood? Banking on souls, the Medici Bank, its golden florin, a symbol of wealth and power, flowed through the veins of Europe. From humble merchants to kings, all bowed before the Medici fortune. But this wealth came at a cost. Rumors spread of shady deals, usury, and exploitation. Whispers claimed the Medici made pacts with dark forces to ensure their financial dominance. Were they masters of finance or puppets of something more sinister? Their gold, once bright and alluring, now seems tarnished, heavy with the weight of countless souls. Section 5. Poison and plots, the serpent's embrace. Intrigue and treachery were woven into the fabric of the Medici court. Rivals whispered in the shadows, their words laced with venom. Poison, a silent and effective weapon, became a favored tool. Alessandro de' Medici, the first Duke of Florence, died by his cousin's hand. Was it ambition, revenge, or something more? Even within the family, trust was a luxury few could afford. The Medici palaces, for all their grandeur, were gilded cages where every shadow held the potential for betrayal. Section 6. Echoes in stone, Palazzo Pitti's whispers. The Palazzo Pitti, a monument to Medici ambition. Its imposing walls have witnessed centuries of power, love, and betrayal. Today it houses a museum, but the echoes of its past still linger. Visitors report cold spots, disembodied voices, and shadowy figures flitting through the halls. Some say it's Caterina de' Medici, the ruthless Queen of France, forever searching for her lost children. Others whisper of Cosimo the Elder, his presence felt in the dead of night, counting his ghostly fortune. Section 7. The Duchess and the Dagger, a love drenched in blood. The story of Eleanor of Toledo, wife of Cosimo I, is a tragic one. She arrived in Florence full of hope, only to be met with suspicion and fear. Her husband, though powerful, was a cold and calculating man. Tragedy struck when 2 of her sons died, one at the hands of the other. Driven to madness by grief, Eleanor was found dead in her chambers, a dagger clutched in her hand. Was it suicide or murder? The truth remains shrouded in mystery, adding another layer of sorrow to the Palazzo Pitti's heavy air. Section 8. Beyond the grave, the Medici curse. For centuries, whispers of a curse have followed the Medici family. Some believe it began with the ruthless ambition of Giovanni di Medici, the family patriarch. Others point to the numerous enemies they made on their rise to power. Whatever the cause, the Medici line was plagued by misfortune. Early deaths, assassinations, and political turmoil followed them like a shroud. Even today, their legacy is tinged with a sense of unease, a feeling that their ambition came at a terrible price. Section 9, City of Ghosts. Florence sleeps but never forgets. Florence today is a city transformed. The Medici dynasty is long gone, their power a distant memory. Tourists flock to admire the art and architecture they left behind, unaware of the darkness that lingers beneath the surface. But for those who know where to look, the Medici presence is still felt. In the echoing halls of their palaces, in the whispers of the wind as it sweeps through the Piazza della Signoria, in the shadows that stretch long and cold as the sun sets over the Arno. Florence sleeps, but never forgets. The ghosts of the Medici are woven into its very fabric, a reminder that even the most powerful empires eventually crumble into dust.